If you want to stay up to date with all current hip hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to become part of this community. So recently I dropped a video talking about an upcoming album by Lil Durk and Lil Baby, which will serve as their first collaboration project. And I'm very excited for this because I'm a very big fan of both of these artists, and they have kind of mutually announced this album, kind of teasing at it on Instagram, and then one, calling out or naming the other person on their stories and kind of giving us more and more information on this new record. And Lil Baby actually gave an interview with MTV News on March 15th, so not too long ago. It was right after his Grammy performance, which, by the way, if you haven't seen all the Grammy performances yet, Lil Baby performed The Bigger Picture, which was a really cool show, a really cool kind of scene that he did for it. So go check that out. It's on YouTube if you haven't yet. But anyway, getting into this article that we got, or this interview with MTV News. There's a lot of things he said about, new albums dropping in this. He talked about, of course, the upcoming collaboration project with Lil Durk, but then also in some more detail went into his upcoming project or mixtape that he's had announced for quite some time now, Lamborghini Boys, which infamously will only feature artists with Lamb trucks or Lamborghinis. But I want to go into that a bit more in detail and in depth in another video. So if you want to stay up to date with all Lil Baby news, make sure you're subscribed and like this video to let me know that you want to see this type of content. But anyway, now getting into what he said about his and Durkio's upcoming collaboration project. In the interview, he said, "Me and Lil Durk been locked in every night. That's the new one. We coming. Me and Lil Durk dropping an album for show." So this is him directly announcing and officially announcing that there is something coming. There is a Baby and Durkio album coming sometime soon, because so far all the hints that we got on Instagram and that we got from both of their social medias and them hinting at at the project and hinting at each other working on something, they were very low key. They were very just kind of behind the scenes, kind of maybe a bit not as transparent as Lil Baby now saying me and Lil Durk dropping an album for sure. Like, this is him directly saying that. The words coming from his mouth that they're dropping an album, which is, of course, the big piece of news that we got from this, because we finally know that it's coming, that it's actually happening, and it's not just, some mysterious mixtape or project that they're talking about and never really getting to the point. But this is exciting. Anyway, now, this article that I found on Double XL also talked about a tentative name, so a name that they have as a placeholder or something that they've used on social media, which is The Voice of the Hero. But on social media, I think it was called The Voice and the Hero, or The Voice X the Hero, with Lil Durk being the voice because he always talks about being the voice of the streets. His last album and also a single on there was called The Voice, so this is something that he's been running with. And Lil Baby in this sense is the hero. And he also said something about this, which I thought was very interesting, and I think this is actually going to be the real name because he specifically talked about this. Lil Baby said, "When it comes to that street stuff, the streets is like we the voices and the heroes of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Kids look at us like heroes. I know they look at me like one, and Lil Durk too. That man been holding it down for a minute." So this is really cool to see Lil Baby recognizing his influence and to see that he's treating it responsibly and with something in mind. This makes me more and more a Lil Baby fan, that he's to me Lil Baby's like a man. Like, he knows how to run his life and deal with this stuff, and this is further proof of that, which I think is really cool. So this is also very exciting. in terms of what we're going to get on this new album, in terms of sound, he also went into it a little bit. He said, we got to go both ways. We got songs where we're just bars. We got songs where, you know, the vibe. We got songs with other people that's just remakes of other songs. It's going to be one of the craziest albums to ever come out. He also said that him and Durkio already have more than an album worth of music, which was to be expected. The two of them are artists that can just go in the booth and make a song real quick and make a banger real quick. I know Lil Durk is for a fact, and Baby has also been, you know, there are videos of him in the studio just coming up with melodies, coming up with bars, just freestyling. So I can just see how they both could just click, and the chemistry would be amazing. Both of them, as I said in past videos too, I respect both of them for really representing this underdog mentality of just being on your grind and all that, which you really get the feeling of when you listen to their music. So that's also a big part of why I'm a fan of both of these artists. Now, of course, what Baby said about them going different vibes, he said that they got songs where it's just bars, which I could very well imagine. Lil Baby's been working on his pen game for some time now. His bars are getting better and better. When you go listen to his first couple of mixtapes, there are some very questionable and just simple bars on there, but over time he has gotten really good with the pen and with writing his own songs, with songwriting in general, with the structure of songs. So I'm looking forward to what he got on this one. And Lil Durk, of course, also can always just spit some bars. He said that they got songs where it's just the vibe, so probably some very melodic or more hit songs like that, which both of them can make. I think Lil Durk is stronger in this department, so I think they both can really complement each other very well. And they also said that they got songs with other people that's just remakes of other songs, which, you know, features are of course going to be on there. It's not going to be like a piece of art that they've been working on for years now, which I do actually think Lil Baby would make something like this, but then it's a solo album and not a collab with Lil Durk. I think this is more of like a, you know, something that people have been wanting for a while and they're finally giving it to their fans. Features in here are probably going to be the typical, we're going to see Gunna, Young Thug, and all the Atlanta guys on here. Probably some G Herbo, some maybe some like OTF members, on here from Lil Durk's side. But yeah, that's just the basic stuff. He said it's going to be one of the craziest albums to ever come out. That's, of course, what they always say. I've seen that a lot of you guys are really excited for this album as well and say this is one of the best collaborations to happen, in the past few years, which I don't know if I would agree. They're very similar in their styles, and it just makes sense that they collaborate, so that's why I'm excited for it. But I think it's going to be dope. This new Lil Baby, Lil Durk album, The Voice X the Hero, or The Voice of the Hero, or whatever it's going to be called, I think it's going to be fire. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know down in the comments, and let's have a discussion about this. I'm looking forward to talking to you in the next one. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media and blog down in the description. It really helps me out. Until the next one, y'all have an incredible day, and y'all take care.